All candidates are going to have a minute to introduce themselves, and then each candidate will answer 2 questions. The time limit for each question is 2 minutes. We have 8 races tonight that are contested, so we have a lot of people up here. The first race tonight is Justice of the Peace, Precinct 2, Place 2, and the moderator will be Ray Chavez.
The candidates, please come forward for Justice of the Peace, Precinct 2, Place 2. You can take a seat. The candidates in this race are as follows. Kristin Calvert. Juana Flores, Andrew Hibble, and Celedonio Jr. Mendoza Jr. is the present incumbent. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in alphabetical order. So we'll start with Ms. Calvert. I'm going to ask a question, and I'm sorry, my mistake. I'm going to give each of you 1 minute to just do a general introduction. Please keep it brief, keep it to a minute. And so we'll go ahead and start at that.
Hello everyone, my name is Calvert. I just want to say thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here. A little bit about me, I'm currently the Hays County District Attorney's Office Felony Lead Supervisor. I've overseen all the felony cases in Hays County for almost 10 years. Prior to that, I was at Texas State University where I got my bachelor's degree in political science and my minor in sociology. I then went on to further my legal education and attended the graduate program for legal studies. In 2018, my wife and I were able to move to Calvert, Texas, and let me tell you, we could not get here fast enough. In 2021, we are fortunate enough to adopt our son, who's now a junior at Jack C. Hays High School. And I just want to say I love this community, and I believe we have what it takes to make our home continue to thrive. Thank you.
Flores, please, a minute to introduce yourself.
Good evening. My name is Jenny Flores, and I currently am the Justice Court Administrator for Justice of the Peace, Precinct 1, Place 2. I bring 20 years experience as a public servant, and 16 of those years working with the Justice Court. 6 years in Comal County and 10 years here in Hays County. I came to work at Hays County and had the opportunity to work at the county clerk's office. When a position came open at the Justice Court, I embraced the opportunity to give back to what I knew and enjoyed doing. I've gained a deep understanding of Justice Court procedures, rules, and regulations, and the knowledge and experience I have acquired working in the Justice Court for the past 16 years has given me the skill and insight necessary to fulfill the duties as Justice of the Peace for the citizens of time. Thank you.
Thank you. Paul, you introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Paul Hill, and I am running to give back to the community that has made me the person that I am today. I grew up here in Hays County and my family struggled. We lived through housing insecurity, we received food stamps, and with the generosity of public programs and my community really lifting us up, I was able to go to law school. I was able to go to college and to law school and to become the first lawyer in my family. And I have been trying to pay that back and pay it forward by being a public servant for my entire legal career. For the last 7 years, I have worked in public service, and I'm extremely proud of that. I worked for the most progressive prosecutor's office here in Texas in Travis County, and now I'm a public health attorney working here in Hays County. I am running because I believe that this is the best way for me to pay it back and to pay it forward, and I look forward to making my home a better place.
Mr. Mendoza?
Buenas tardes y bienvenidos. My name is J.R. Mendoza, and I am your current Justice of the Peace for Precinct 2, Place 2. Back in September, I was unanimously appointed by the Hays Commissioners Court, and I've been doing this job for the last 3 months. I want to let you know the reason I'm running is because we have a problem in Hays County. In the last 3 months, I've gone to 2 deaths, 2 inquests that I've completed where there were kids that, and it affects me, the kids that are still dying from fentanyl use. And it's hard to be out there with a family and seeing that, you know, they don't know why or how their kids came across this. I have the experience, education, and training to investigate these deaths, and I've been already working with various community members to help stop this. So that's one reason why I'm staying in office.
Thank you. We want to make sure that everybody's able to hear you. I think we're fine here. Just pull the mic closer to you. I just want to make sure that it's on.
Your green button should be on if the microphone.
You just pull this up. Okay, thank you. Just want to make sure that we can hear you clearly. Now I'm going to ask 2 questions. One question at a time. We'll go through all 4 of you, and then I will proceed with the second question. Okay, and again, we'll go in alphabetical order. First question is this, and if you need me to repeat the question, please let me know. How will you ensure that you exhibit the highest standards of judicial temperament, treating all individuals who come before you with respect and impartiality? You have 2 minutes to respond.
So everything I do, I act with integrity. A lot of people, when they look at me, they don't know everything about me. I'm a woman who's multiracial. I'm a granddaughter of an immigrant from Cuba. I'm part of the LGBT community. I know what it's like to be poor. I know what it's like to be disabled. I can relate to some, but not all, but I know how to listen to the community and recognize where the need is and make sure everyone is heard and all their accessibility and their needs are met. So we're not treating people differently based on where they come from or how much they make or, you know, what demographic they're from. So I think bringing that to the table and making sure that we provide equity despite someone's background is going to be very important in this space. Thank you.
Thank you. Flores?
It's important for judicial officers to uphold impartiality, fairness, and the law. The law should be applied equally to all constituents regardless of their political beliefs, ethnicity. Being a Latina, I recognize and understand the diversity within the Latino community here in Tejano. I've had the pleasure of dealing with several Hispanic speaking constituents that come into our office, listening to what they say and what their concerns are. Give them options that we're allowed to give them as clerks of the court. And I want to be available to them to get them through whatever legal problem that they're facing at the time that they walk into our doors. It's very important. I don't want them to leave not knowing what has just happened. And I will make this a priority in my court. Thank you.
Mr. Hill?
So in my 7 years of practice, I have been really lucky to practice all over the state, in rural areas and in urban areas, in poor areas and rich areas, and in front of Republicans and in front of Democrats. And I've seen good judges and I've seen bad judges. And I've been able to learn from that. And I can tell you, as somebody who comes from several areas of my background where I have not been given the benefit of the doubt and where I have not been treated well, that's going to be something that's top of mind for me. But more than that, it's more than just being on the bench, right? It's making sure that every part of that office serves people who have not traditionally been served. Whether that's making sure that employees speak both English and Spanish. I myself speak Spanish as well. Making sure that we have translators there whenever we need them. Making sure that people are being screened for fee waivers. Making sure that people's situations are being understood before anything moves forward. It is so important that we understand people. And in my practice, I have dealt with some pretty people who, or some people who did not like me a lot. It's some pretty difficult people, and I've worked with some really great people as well. So I have learned how to sit and take it. I have learned how to defend myself when I need to, and I have learned how to tell people when they've crossed the line, or how to tolerate it whenever somebody's just spinning their wheels. So all of this to say, as a gay man and as somebody who grew up in very difficult situations, I am going to have the right judicial temperament, and I'm also going to make sure that my office serves the needs of people who desperately need to be seen and understood.
Thank you. Mr. Mendoza.
So I do want to mention that I too grew up poor. I didn't have the clothes or the shoes that everybody, in my grade had. So not only was I not treated with respect from my classmates, but out in the public also, growing up, wasn't treated with respect. So I know what a lot of these people who don't feel that respect are feeling. I've worked my way up, and after college, I worked for the state of Texas, and I helped low-income people. I traveled across the state, helping them weatherize their homes to save money, as well as pay for utility bills. And I met with them, and I would talk to them, and I understood what they were going through, and I helped them through the process. And then later on in my career, 10 years of law enforcement, when I was enforcing the law, I did it with respect. I treated everybody with respect, regardless of their race or color, and regardless of their income level. While they did or may have violated the law, I still treated them with respect, even after, in some cases, I had to handcuff them. In my office, I will continue to treat people with respect and have all opportunities for them to make sure they feel respected out there, which includes having documents that they're able to understand, or we have someone there to translate it or explain it to them.
Thank you. We'll proceed to the second question, and I want to thank you for adhering to the time limit. We respect that because we have so many candidates we have to speak to tonight. Thank you. Second question. What strategies do you plan to implement to effectively cope with the long hours typically associated with the role of a justice of the peace, ensuring that you can maintain a high level of dedication and service to the community?
So I understood when I decided to initially apply and then run as a candidate for this position, the commitment that it took. I sat down with my family and I told them, this isn't like a job I go to now. This is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, any time of day, I might be called up. And I made sure they know, because first thing you need to do is talk to your family and make sure they're on board, because if there's not, there's no reason for you to run. So I talked to them and they were supportive. And I know that there are going to be many nights that, I'm going to be out and they're going to be home, and there's going to be times that I miss things. I want to develop a very good relationship with the law enforcement locally. I know many of them. I've worked with them for many years, especially here in Kyle, so that we can have a relationship. So when they need me, I'm available. I want them to be able to come to my house, text me, call me, so I can be there for them. On top of that, I want to make sure that in doing so that I'm providing the right service to the people who need me. Literally, my house is 0.1 miles from the Justice of the Peace office. So if I need to, if it's rain or shine or thunderstorm, if it's snowing, I will walk there. That's not a problem for me. I am willing to be there no matter what it takes for my community, and I intend to do that.
Ms. Williams?
Well, when I presented this endeavor to my husband as to what I wanted to do, he was totally in support of what I was wanting to do and what I felt I needed to do. I had my family support, and it was kind of a little bit of a challenge because we had just adopted 3 of our grandkids. We adopted them back in 2018, so then they're still little. They're still in grade school, so he knew he was going to have to take that on, especially, when we get called down or we have to, have long hours at the office. And He's gonna have to learn how to cook dinner and make sure they get fed, before I get home, make sure their homework's done and get him up and ready to bed. So he knows I've got his support, I have my family's support, so I'm confident that I will be able to do what I need to do as justice of the peace for the citizens of Calvert. Thank you.
So first of all, I want to say that I am so lucky to have a supportive partner. My partner Frankie is here supporting me tonight, and he's somebody that I'm definitely going to rely on. I have felt burnout before. Before my current public health job, I was a prosecutor for Child Protective Services, and that's another job where you can be called day or night to sign a request to a judge to remove a child from their home or to return a child to a home. And that was something where I began to feel it, right? And I had to learn about self-care, I had to learn about time management, and I had to learn how to take care of myself. And I'm in a position now where I can do that. And I can tell you the 24/7 availability is not going to be a problem for me. I do not drink, and while I don't have kids yet, I do want kids in the future, but I don't have a lot of the family responsibilities as well. Not that I'm not begrudging anybody that's amazing, and I want a family myself. All of that to say, I'm young, I'm energetic, I am ready to throw myself into this job while also making sure to take care of myself and rely on my support system, Frankie, and then also my family in San Marcos as well.
Thank you. Mr. Mendoza.
So I've had the opportunity to learn strategies many years ago through my law enforcement career. I've been on call for many years as a police officer for emergencies, as well for death investigations for the team that I was on, which plays into parts of the duties of the inquest here with the Justice of the Peace. Any time of night or day, I've had many years of experience doing that. My wife, my daughter, my son, we've all been able to work with my schedule and prioritize what needs to be done in the situations where I do get called out. And I really appreciate what they've done and sacrificed for me so we can provide for the family and for the community. So it's tough, but I've had many years of doing it, and I may sleep 2 hours, but I'm back in the office the next morning and tending to the needs of the community that come into our office. So
Thank you. Thank you, candidates. Again, this was for the race for Justice of the Peace, Precinct 2, Place 2. Now I'd like to call out the candidates for the next race, the District Judge of 483rd Judicial District. Please come out after the dais. And I'm going to turn this over to Willie.